And back here at CMA Fest 2024, day one coverage almost over. Then we'll be at Whiskey Bent tonight from 6 to 9 for remote out there, too. Having a lot of fun out there. The Backstage Pass powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com. And, of course, out there, syndication, hightidecountry.net, and our friends at KKTC, True Country 99.9. And I tell you what, speaking of True Country, he's killing it right now, too. We found him. I told you I was going to track him down out there. Some impromptu. Frank Ray on the program. What's up, man?
Hey, it's great to be here, brother. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you being here. So talk about this week, man. It's a crazy week when it comes down to getting pulled in a number of different directions. Yeah. But what a way to give back to the fans, and your schedule's busy.
It really is, man. It really is. Not just with the fans, but then you gotta come out here and talk to all our friends here at radio, podcasts, digital streaming platforms, the whole thing. So it is a circus for sure. But you know what? There's no other place to be right now. Everybody in the genre, in the industry, is out here in Nashville. Yeah.
Fans lining up outside this morning at, like, I heard 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. It was a rush for Dolly coming in here this morning, which was crazy. I almost got mauled inside that exhibit hall up there, too, to try to get out one of the side doors, which I took, too. But for you, how your week is lined up, too. I know there's performances, appearances, like you saw, all this crazy stuff. And you guys have got some just great music out there across all the streaming platforms right now.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. And we're really kind of narrowing it down to really embrace my Latin heritage and the sounds that brings to the genre. There's really no one else in country music that can do that authentically. And so I got a new song called that's out there that does that very well. And the other songs that are coming are going to have that flavor, man, because I'm like, I got to park my car somewhere, man. This is where I'm going to go. Yeah.
Which is a good thing, too, as well. Yeah, speaking of park your cars, we're always fitting that one garage today. We came through there, which was pretty cool, too.
Yeah, that's a really funny because I was like, I guess I'm going to drive there, but I just inked a deal with Chevy, so that was real nice. But they said build a truck. I built the biggest truck I could find. I guess I'm compensating. I don't know, but I pulled up in my personal truck, and people were just like, "Is that?" It's weird that people are just like, "Is that Frank?" Because I posted it on social media, right? So that's also a weird thing that people know my personal vehicle. But it was a lot of fun, man. It's all cool.
Talk about this, the ride you've been on, and like you said, not everybody can do what you do in this industry. You've got things you can do with the songs and the harmonies and just the arrangement, the mix and mastering too, because being bilingual and just bringing your heritage and your culture inside country music and to make the sound that is Frank Ray.
I think country music is kind of all over the map right now, man. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing that, I've always said, I think country music thrives when it embraces different cultures and different sounds. That's when you can actually point back to moments in history when you can see the genre shift a little bit in sound, and I think we're in an era right now where that's happening, very much so. And so since that door is wide open, I said, hey, I want to fit my culture in here and see what we can do to represent the Latino community, man. It's a big community. They love to consume country music as well, and I'm just doing my best to represent them.
Now, speaking of stages this week, too, you're probably on a couple of them, too, as well. I know you guys are playing a lot. There's always that Hard Rock stage out there, Chevy Vibes, all these different things. Congrats on the deal with Chevy, too, as well. Just one of my favorite vehicles out there, too, at the same time. But, for you, talk about lining up this week and the performances and playing on those stages. Exciting to get in front of the fans.
Yeah, matter of fact, you saw me in this shirt earlier. I changed into a show outfit, and it got just drenched in sweat that I had to go and change back into this. I just got done performing at the Chevy Vibe stage. It was so much fun, man. We had a 10-piece band, brother. That's a Frank Ray party right there. I had a horn section, man. I had percussion, like with the bongos and timbales and the congas, the whole thing, man. It was a party. It was a throwdown party for 30 minutes. And before that, I did a little pop-up acoustic thing at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum. Tomorrow, I've got a panel called Latin Roots that I'm doing, moderated by Tomas Mier, who's a writer and reporter for Rolling Stone. It's going to be me, Louis the Singer, Angie Kay, Leah Turner, Sammy Arriaga, all artists that represent the Latin community. We're going to talk about the influence of Latino culture in country music. That's in the morning at the CMA close-up stage, and then I'm hopping over to the Margaritaville, the Music Row happy hour over there. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then after that, I have to get on the plane to Chicago
too, as well. It's kind of cool to be back, like you said, on the stage and see these fans come out, support these shows. And I think it's so important to just, like you said, thank the fans. They buy the tickets and buy the merchandise at shows and things like that, and kind of just to see them show up this entire week, Frank. It's just pretty cool to give back to the fans.
That's one thing I really do appreciate about this thing. For as chaotic as it is, man, like this is the best fan experience that there is out there. This is so much fun. Everybody shows up and shows out. And like I said, there's not a person in the genre that isn't here. Every A-list artist, like Dolly was here, like you mentioned, everybody's here. So it's the best opportunity for fans to come and get to meet their favorite artists. And, that's why it's such a huge success.
I got to talk about releases, things coming up. I can't believe we're saying halfway the year's almost over. It's crazy. In June next week is halfway through it. Exciting things you guys are working on, for which I guess what you can say right now until the releases actually happen. But new music's got to be in the works too, right?
Absolutely. Like I said, we're really narrowing down the sound. It's going to be very Latin heavy. Like I said, I have a single out right now called Uh-huh. Go check it out. It's exactly how it sounds. Uh-huh. That's what it's called. Go check it out. And, there's going to be plenty more music coming down. Of course, we're in the midst of festival season, so I'll be bouncing around everywhere. There's a really cool thing happening in New York that I'm attending. It's a premiere of a new documentary style film that has me, Delaney Wilson, Jelly Roll. It's called Rebel Country. It's really cool, man. And I can't wait for people to, have access to that video. But I'm going to be flying to New York here in the next couple of days to go attend that premiere. And it's going to be there's a lot of things that are happening, man. And of course, we're trying to set up a fall tour. So, we're just busy, man. We're busy.
That's the Frank Ray slogan, just busy. Put that on a t-shirt, right? It'd be good stuff right there too as well. No doubt. You're one of the busiest guys in country music too out there too. Hey, tell us about as far as some hobbies and things that you enjoy doing when kind of that downtime does occur.
Man, look, when you live the kind of life that I lead, time at home is scarce. So if you believe it or not, hanging out with my wife and my kids, man, is my hobby. You know what I mean? And I like to, I was talking to some people earlier. I like to cook for them. You know what I mean? I like to kind of just, be dad, and be the husband and just be there. And that's, be present and watch them grow up, man, because I do spend a lot of time on the road. And, thank God for FaceTime. But, just hanging out with my family is probably my favorite thing to do.
Now, where do I have to go in this town for just great Mexican food? I've heard a couple of different things, but I'm sure you have a spot, right?
There's a spot called Plaza Mariachi. You need to go there. It's so good. It's off of Nolansville Road. And it's just, you can't miss it, dude. It literally looks like a warehouse and it looks like it's kind of built like the Alamo outside. It's really cool, man. But they got everything you want, everything you need. You get the best tacos there. It's a lot of fun. Or just hit up any food truck on the corner, man. Just do that, dude. There's a food truck called El Dólar. It's yellow. It's on the corner there by Top Golf. There's a Knights Inn. It's parked in the gas station. Bomb tacos, dude. Like, go check it out. I'm telling you, man. I'm just do it.
Let's just say, That's a good way to say right here on the show here with Frank Ray on the Backstage Pass too as well. The one, the only. Appreciate you.
Brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Frank Ray, more coverage coming up here. I think we got 1 or 2 left. Lane Pittman coming up. We may have 1 or 2 more here. CMA Fest 2024 rolls on here. KKTC, True Country 99.9, and our friends at HighTideCountry.net. See you soon.